Hi everyone, I'm Ginsu and welcome to review of Probing Tranquility, the debut studio record by the project Sleepterra. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the release, decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed half of their discography, so go check those videos out. My story with this project is quite simple. I've stumbled upon their music back in 2014 on the internet. The song that caught my attention the most and to this day is one of my all-time favorites is right here. Post-herpetic neuralgia, or however you pronounce that. Last year in 2025, Luke Yeager, the mastermind behind this project, released this compilation EPs and rare tracks. And it's sad to say that around 10 songs are missing from this compilation and also lots of alternate versions of songs. And one of the tracks missing is the original cut of that Post song that I love so much. So if you want to hear all of the B-sides and rarities from this project, you're going to have to search through the internet, because they are not here, sadly. I also have a question for Luke and the biggest fans of this project. The second record from Sleepterra, called Unihemispheria, apparently came out on July 11th, 2015, so how is it possible that back in September 2014 I've jumped through it, as you can see here? This is an excerpt from my Last.fm profile. My question is simple: was there a promo released before the record dropped, or maybe the entire thing got leaked a year earlier? Just a question, because it's been 12 years and I honestly don't remember how this happened, but what I do know is that Luke removed some of the Sleepterra catalog from the internet. For example, these two compilations, the cuts and the demos, are no longer available to buy, and they have way more B-sides compared to the stuff that's currently available to buy. Going back to Probing Tranquility, the production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness war, no clipping, just the way I like it. It still sounds good to this very day. To me personally, it sounds better than the next record. Message is whatever you want for it to be, because this is an instrumental release. Structure of the tracks is between technical and progressive. The only difference between them is that progressive structure has constant flow of new segments that never repeat, and technical structure is where the song can have from 8 to 30 different segments, but 1 or 2 of them will repeat throughout the song. When it comes to the music genre, this is primarily a technical death metal release with lots of experiments thrown in. We've got some funk, punk, jazz, blues, electronic music, nu metal, progressive rock, hard rock, everything, just everything. Everything you can imagine is on this release and the next ones. Because of that, the songs sound fresh even to this very day. When it comes to the musicianship and performance, we've got Luke Yeager. He's responsible for everything on this release. He plays on every instrument, he also programmed the drums and did some electronic stuff in the background as well. The electronic elements, they are mostly fine, some of them do not sit well with me, which is hilarious because I do love electronic music. The drum programming is on a different level, like I wish I could program drums the way Luke does here. This is some of the most bonkers sounding drums, blast beats everywhere, double bass work, grooves, styles, just everything. It changes like weather in the United Kingdom. Every few seconds there's something new in the drums, and that's fantastic. Now let's focus on actual performance, where Luke actually plays the guitars and the bass. Let's start with the bass. It's audible and the bass sometimes follows the guitars, and sometimes Luke just goes off. He does some of them boink boink, clunky stuff similar to Fieldy from Korn, but also lots of Les Claypool of Primus in his bass playing. I wish we would get more bass in the songs, more insane bass solos, etc. But Luke back then was primarily a guitarist, so it's obvious that the guitars are going to take the center stage. So when it comes to the guitar work, it's just superb and legendary. We have some very fast technical death metal riffs mixed with those more melodic and intricate ones. Some clean parts as well that are very memorable and stand out from the rest of the songs. Some of the heavier guitar solos here remind me of Chuck Schuldiner, especially the Death Symbolic era, which is a compliment, rest in peace Chuck. And also we've got a lot of jazzy, funky playing. It's playful and fun to listen to. What I'm trying to say is that you're never going to be bored throughout this entire release. This idea of making 2-minute short technical experimental death metal songs actually inspired me in my own solo music, especially on my With You I Wither record. I'm not saying that it's similar to this record because I cannot play that fast and technical, but just the idea of constantly changing and adding new things into the songs to make them like a journey, something that you can experience again and again and always find something new within it, is something that Sleep Terra taught me. Going back to the record, let's start rating the individual songs, and this is going to be a long one, guys, because I will be also talking about all of the demo versions of these songs and also the re-recorded tracks for the next release. The opening song, Overture, this is an intro with a beautiful clean guitar playing in the background. It works, I do enjoy it. It prepares you for what's to come, 9 out of 10. Vague sentiments, Unveil. The first thing you're going to hear is the cacophony of sounds of just how it sounds. I do enjoy this track because it's a journey, the first breakdown slaps, but my favorite part is right in the middle, after the first minute or so, that do-do-do-do-doom, very cool, grungy, groovy sounding type of a riff, do-dum, do-do-dum. It's perfect. And from that point to the very end, the song delivers, like I love that last minute or so. But the first minute could have been better. When it comes to the demo version, I feel like the drums sound better on the demo, but everything else does not. Like, it's almost the same thing, just slightly worse. So 9 out of 10 to the album cut and 8 out of 10 to the demo. Next we've got Amaxophobia, and this one is a journey. I love the clean parts, just so fun to listen to. But the heavier parts are even better, more memorable, especially in the middle of the song yet again. But what's actually interesting is the fact that the demo version from 2002 is almost a completely different song, like there are different accents on the riffs. And to me personally, that version, the harder riffs aren't as good as in the final cut, but the clean parts, they do seem to have more soul and energy to them than the album version. So 9 out of 10 to the album version and 8 plus out of 10 to the 2002 cut. Somnambulistic Average YouTuber, this is one of the better tracks on the record. I just love the middle part, that breakdown, the heaviness in the guitars, the changes between the heavier and more mellow moments. This song has everything that I want to hear, and it's funny to me that the demo version is inferior in every single way. It's so weird to me. Even the second album cut is slightly better, but the problem I have with that release is the snare sound. They could put any other snare and I would enjoy the record more. You could put the Saint Anger snare, which I actually love, and the record would sound better. I would love to hear a remixed version of Uni Hemispheria with a different snare, even the one from 2004 demo or this album. Going back to this song, it's 10 out of 10 to the album version, 8 for the demo and 8 plus for the second record. The title track, Probing Tranquility, this one, wow, such a good song. I love the changes, the heavy do-do-do-do-do-do-doom. Yet again, it's hard to pinpoint my favorite moment because there's just so many things happening at the same time. But what I do remember is that the 2004 demo is my favorite version of the song. It just has more emotions to it. And I don't want anyone to write down in the comment section that I have nostalgia towards the demos or anything. Because I do not. When I started listening to this band, there was already the first record out, the demos, the cuts. And also I listened to the Uni record a year before it was released, which is weird, but it did happen. So no nostalgia there, I just prefer that 2004 demo cut. And yet again, the Uni version, that one is the weakest, because of the snare. So the album version is 10 minus out of 10, the demo is 10 out of 10, and Uni version is 9 out of 10. Diurnal Enuresis or whatever, this is the second weakest song here. I still enjoy the heavier moments and the clean part, but overall it's the least memorable track, for me at least. The demo version is actually on the same level as the album one, yet again the uni version. I don't want to hear that snare, so 8 out of 10 to the demo and album cut and 8- to the uni cut. Ginsu Frenzy, this one I actually enjoy the sheer audacity of how the song changes the vibes constantly. Bipolar disorder in one song, I enjoy this one a lot, and I must say that the 2004 demo is the weakest cut because it's the same song with weaker quality, but the demo from 2002 is actually quite interesting because some of the riffs are different. I feel like that version has better clean parts, and that's it. So 9 out of 10 to the album, 8 to the 2004 demo and 9- to the 2002 demo. Hypersomnia Rationale, this is my 6th favorite song here. I just enjoy the changes, the grooves, the breakdowns, the laid back parts as well. Yet again I prefer the demo cut because it has more clarity and punch to it, and the uni version has a snare that sucks ass. So 10- to the album version, 10 to the demo and 9 for the uni. Autoerotic Spy is the funniest song here. I just enjoy its chaos, the chaotic nature of it, how funny sounds the My Sharona part. But the heavier moments could have been better, and actually the 2002 demo version is the other way around, where the heavier moments are locked in, they're slightly different from the final version of the song. And then the laid-back moments at the end are slightly different and they don't have that polish of the album version. So in an ideal world, you would combine the first minute of the demo with the last 30 seconds of the album cut, and that would be the best version. 8+ to the album cut, 9+ to the demo cut. Primordial Void is the only track here that doesn't have a demo version or anything. This is my second favorite song here because every single segment just works. The heavier parts, the breakdowns, the middle part, the outro, it's all beautiful. Androgynous Charade is a song similar to the other ones where the heavier parts yet again are, at least to me, the most memorable, and the clean parts, they also do work pretty well. The demo version seems to be slightly weaker than the album one. 9 out of 10 and 9- for the demo cut. Dysrhythmic Vexation, this song is slightly weaker than the previous one, but it still has some memorable moments, so 9- to the album one and the demo cut, because they're not that different. Tables Turned Crimson is another highlight of this release. I just love that this song is mostly focused on being the heaviest one. Crunchy guitar riffs after guitar riffs, so fun to listen to, and the 2002 demo version, it seems like it's not locked in yet. 10 out of 10, 9 for the demo. Hypnogogic Qualm, this is the weakest song on this release for me. It's still great, it still slaps, but I feel like the parts are a little bit disjointed. It's just my opinion, and it's weird to me that this song has 3 versions. The album, the 2004 demo, and Uni from the second record, and all of them, they're just great, nothing special. Least memorable song here, not sure why it was recorded later, but if I had to choose, I would actually choose the Uni version, which is surprising. And the final track here, Ascetic Meditation, is the best one yet. I just love the melodies. All of that stuff, every single section here slaps. It's a banger from beginning to the end. From what I remember, the demo version misses some of the electronic elements and changes, but overall it's also pretty good. 10 out of 10, 9 for the demo. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting, replayability. Yeah, this is an excellent release. Not my favorite from Sleepterra, that would be El Insomne and Abreaction, but still, as Larry David would say, pretty good. This is one of the hardest reviews for me to make because I never prepare a script for any of this, I'm just talking from my memory, and because I've listened to every single demo version, uni version and standard version, I've been here for over 2 hours and I had to keep some things vague because I don't want to mistake parts in one of the songs to another song. So let's just say that this is a great release. It has its own identity. Sleep Terra never released anything similar to it because the next record is more genty, because it's probably on 7 or 8 strings guitars. And El Insomne and Abraxan songs seem a little bit different from these. Those two records I will always hold close to my heart, but this one still slaps. The highlights for me are obviously Primordial Void, Ascetic Meditation, Tables Turned Crimson, Probing Tranquility, Somnambulistic YouTuber, Hypersomnia Rationale, and of course Autoerotic Spy, which is hilarious and I will never forget about it. Also shout out to Amaxophobia and Vague Sentiments Unveil. That's all from me. Stay tuned for the review of the second Sleep Terra record, which I'm going to do in July for the 11th anniversary, and I'm going to talk there also about all of the B-sides and rarities, not just the ones that you can find on Sleep Terra Bandcamp, but also some other songs. Because almost half of the songs on the second release are re-recordings from this one, I don't think that I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about that stuff, and that's why I will focus there also on the demo cuts, and the demo cuts are some of the best songs from Sleep Terra. B-sides, like that Neuralgia song that I love so much. Anyways, celebrate your sleep by spinning Probing Tranquility today. It deserves your level of attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, links in the description. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters who basically sponsor these videos. You're truly wonderful. You can join them if you want, so I can make you a album review, do MIDI cover, lyric video, anything you'd like. See you next time. Bye!